Lieutenant Andrew Smith, Atlanta Homicide Commander. We're here to discuss two events this evening. The first being from the 200 block of William Nye Drive in Zone 3. Officers responded to a dispute with a weapon. It was advised in the call remarks that shots were fired and a female was dragged back into the location. Once officers arrived, they knocked on the door. A male opened the door and immediately shut the door on the officers. The officers then established a perimeter. During the process of establishing the perimeter, two males fled out of the rear of the house. One male returned back into the house. The other male jumped two fences as he was fleeing. When officers located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg. Officers rendered aid and he was transported to Grady Hospital where he was pronounced deceased. That male is going to be a 39-year-old male out of Atlanta. Just to be very clear, the injury that was sustained was not via the officers on scene. It was when the male was fleeing.
Reports out there across social media, some news magazines saying, again, young Scooter has been shot by Atlanta police. Anything you want to say, because those reports are out there?
The Atlanta Police Department has not been involved in any shootings tonight, and the incident on William Nye, there was not a shooting at all. All right.
The streets are mourning. Atlanta feels heavy. We lost a real one on March 28, 2025, young Scooter. He was more than just a rapper. Scooter was a voice for the streets, a storyteller of the struggle. His music was raw, authentic. It resonated with those who lived his stories and those who wanted to understand them. Scooter's death is a blow to the hip-hop community, especially in Atlanta. He represented a specific sound, a specific time, a specific experience. His absence will be felt deeply by fans and fellow artists alike. This wasn't just another rapper gone too soon. This one hurts. This one feels different. Scooter was a survivor, a fighter. He had overcome so much, only for his life to be cut short on his birthday. The streets feel empty. The music feels incomplete. Rest in peace, young Scooter. Your voice will never be forgotten. Kenneth Edward Bailey, the man we knew as young Scooter, was born in Walterboro, South Carolina on March 28, 1986. He carried the South in his voice, in his swagger, in his stories. At the age of 9, he moved to Atlanta. This move would be pivotal, shaping his life and his music. Atlanta is a breeding ground for hip-hop talent. The streets are alive with energy, with hustle, with stories waiting to be told. Scooter absorbed it all. He lived it. He breathed it. He wasn't afraid to talk about the streets, about the drug game, about the struggle to survive. He rapped about what he knew, about what he had seen, about what he had lived. His authenticity resonated with listeners. Scooter's music was a reflection of his journey from the streets of South Carolina to the heart of Atlanta's trap scene. He never forgot where he came from. He carried his past with him, using it to fuel his music and connect with his fans. Scooter's breakthrough came in 2012 with his mixtape. The streets were talking. The industry took notice. He signed with Future's Free Bands label, solidifying his place in Atlanta's trap scene. He also linked up with Gucci Mane's 1017 Records, further expanding his reach and influence. Being affiliated with these two powerhouses in the game gave Scooter a platform to share his music with a wider audience. He became known for his gritty lyrics, his street anthems, and his collaborations with some of the biggest names in hip-hop. His music wasn't for the faint of heart. It was raw, unfiltered, and unapologetically street. Scooter didn't shy away from the realities of life in the trap. He embraced them. He owned them. He became a voice for the voiceless, speaking to the experiences of those who were often overlooked or ignored. His music was a testament to his resilience, his hustle, and his determination to succeed. Section 4. Count Up to Success. Scooter's Music and Message. Street Lottery wasn't just a mixtape title, it was a reflection of Scooter's life. He had beaten the odds, rising from the streets to achieve success in the music industry. His music was filled with stories of hustling, grinding, and overcoming adversity. For Scooter, money represented freedom and a way out of the streets. He popularized the term count music. His songs were filled with the sounds of counting money, a symbol of his success. Count music wasn't just about money. It was about the hustle and grind. His lyrics were raw, honest, and relatable. He rapped about the realities of street life, the dangers and consequences. Scooter's music wasn't for everyone, but those who connected with it deeply. He made you feel like you were right there with him, riding through Atlanta. Section 5. A legacy forged in authenticity, Scooter's enduring impact. Young Scooter's legacy is complex. He was a product of his environment, shaped by the streets. His music showcased the grit and the grind, the pain and the triumph. He never claimed to be a saint. He owned his past and his flaws. His authenticity resonated with fans. They saw themselves in his stories and struggles. He was a voice for a generation that witnessed poverty and violence. The outpouring of grief following his death is a testament to his impact. He was loved by many, respected by his peers. Scooter's music will continue to inspire and motivate. His death is a reminder that life is precious. Rest in peace, young Scooter. Your legacy will live on through your music
What
and the
Atlanta police say did happen this evening is that they were responding to a call from a home there on William Nye Drive involving a disturbance with weapons. As officers got on scene, they got reports that there was a woman involved in this, possibly shots fired, and that she was taken back into the home. However, at this hour, they cannot find that woman. What they did find in the home were two male suspects. One of those males returned from the home after running away. That second suspect never returned, and we're told as he was making his way from that home, he actually jumped 2 fences. It was during one of those jumps he landed and somehow broke a leg. Some were hearing initial reports it was a femur. Again, we don't know the details of exactly the injuries, but tonight the medical examiner says a cause and manner of death have not been confirmed. But again, this is now confirmed to be Bailey, a based rapper here in Atlanta known as Young Scooter. While there are